Hey, what is going on, guys, and welcome back to TCG Madness, and it is time for episode 3 of the TCG stock market. And in today's video, we're going to take a specific look at One Piece. But before we do that, if you guys can do me the big favor of hitting that like button. If you're new here, consider hitting that subscribe button. While you're at it too, leave a comment down below and let me know what you guys think about this video. We are going to be playing basically buy, sell, or hold. If you guys are new to this channel, if you're new to this type of content, basically what we're going to be looking at is TCG player, looking at the prices, looking at maybe future projections, looking at past sets, previous sets, and future sets if there is one. And that kind of gives us an idea whether or not we should be buying, selling, or holding on a current product. And again, we're taking a look at specific look at One Piece. So in episode 1, we took a look at Disney Lorcana, and in episode 2, we took a look at Yu-Gi-Oh! And if you want to watch those videos, there'll be links down below in the description box. And also too, we are doing a giveaway for both Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon as well. For the booster box of the month, we are giving away this beautiful box of Duelist Nexus, and I will put the hashtag giveaway on this video. If you want to enter and win this booster box, all you guys got to do, 3 simple steps: like, comment, and subscribe, and you must be in the US to qualify. Winner will be announced at the end of this month. We are also giving away, for two winners actually, for Pokemon. We got 2 triple packs of Paradox Rift. I will leave a link down below where you guys can enter and win these packs as well. Of course, 3 simple steps: like, comment, and subscribe. But not on this video for the Pokemon. I will leave a specific link for the Pokemon giveaway if you guys want to enter in that giveaway. With all that said, let's take a good look at One Piece, whether or not we should be buying, selling, or holding. So as you guys can see, I'm gonna go as far back as Pillars of Strength. I think that's a good set to kind of look at first before we kind of look at in between sets. So between, you guys can look real quick actually at TCG player, which is where I look. We got Pillars of Strength, Kingdom of a Tree, and Awakening of the New Era. Those 3 sets and everything kind of in between is what we're kind of looking at and giving a good idea of whether or not now's a good time to be buying, selling, or holding. At no point am I telling you what to do with your money. I'm just giving you what I think is best, and I'll try to give you guys some information, because as you guys can see, it's not just cardboard anymore. Everything has a market attached to it right now. So I would love nothing more than just go back and be like, well, it's just cardboard, buy whatever you want. Well, maybe not everybody can do that. Maybe actually people need to sit and wait for the right opportunity. And Disney Lorcana, I think now is a great time to strike. That's why in that video I gave it a buy. Yu-Gi-Oh! I think it's an excellent time to buy Yu-Gi-Oh! As well, which is why I said again, now's a good time to buy. The card prices, the card market, all really good for Yu-Gi-Oh! And all really good for Disney Lorcana. For One Piece, I have some thoughts about from One Piece. That's kind of what all these videos are really about. It's just thought pieces. These are just my opinions. I'm just putting them out there. You guys take it with a grain of salt. Do whatever you want. I have no problem with that. I'm not trying to tell you what you should and should not do with your money. Just basically, this is just fun little videos I like to make. So let's see. Pillars of Strength, pretty good set. Not as good though as the sealed booster boxes are indicating. And again, when I'm talking about buying, selling, or holding, I look at both sealed products and the individual cards and where the trend mark is going. So you have a booster box at $145. Woo, yikes, that's a lot. If you take a look at the trend market, it's just gone up, which is just insane. So now you have to ask yourself, why is it going up? Like, what's the trend here? You can see obviously when it first came out, I think probably launched in between this time right here, September, when it launched. Let's give it like a month. So September 17th, October 17th, or October 20th, in between $96 to $80. So it had a 16-point swing. And now, as you guys can see, just going up, all the way up until December 13th recently, selling for $157, $145. You can see the current trend mark right here. If you look, 145, 159, 153. So pretty much at that 140 to 160 mark is where we're looking at to buy Pillars of Strength. This is an old set, by the way. This is a set that came out 2 sets ago. In between Pillars of Strength was Kingdom of the Tree and Awakening of the New Era, which is the newest set. And that set is going for big dollars, and I'll show you guys why in a little bit. But if you take a look at the alternative art, first of all, we only get 1 manga card. So, and a case too is also going for 6. What was a case going? Let's take a look at that too. Ooh. So a case at one point was really, really low. And now a case is just exploding. So the booster boxes and the case all going up. Well, are the cards doing the same thing? Are the cards going up as well? Is that why? And yes, it is. The answer to that question is yes. So for the manga, we were looking at 200 then we're looking at 300, and now we're looking at $500 for a manga card. Manga cards are very, very, very hard to pull. I believe though in the new set, The Awakening of a New Era, which we will take a look at, there's a couple of manga cards. I believe you get now one per case, where that was not the standard before that set. Taking a look at the other alternative art, Charlotte. Really a lot of ebbs and flows, a lot of ups and downs here. So you can kind of see what we're looking at here. When it first launched, 116, now at 154, but you can see a lot of ups and downs. Clearly when we see a lot of ups and downs, it's usually a good sign to hold. Let's see. Like I said, a lot of this is just common knowledge. If you just take a look and just, ask yourself, all right, if we're on a downward trend, do you wait to strike or do you strike now? Like, do you think it's going to continue to go down? If you see a lot of ups and downs, probably a good time to hold. If you're seeing a lot of just trend where it's just going straight up, probably not a good time to buy either. You want to wait till you see that thing just go down. That's your time to strike. That's your time to buy. If you're seeing the market just shoot right up, now's time to sell. And One Piece is very, very profitable. Here's another great card, super rare alternative art, the wanted poster of Luffy, arguably, well, not really, but arguably the most talked about, the most famous of the One Piece characters. I mean, he was really low at one point. Now it's team over $100, and it wasn't like he started off at almost $100, and you could see really from a long period of time, from September all the way till November 19th. Damn, almost 2 months he was sitting around that $70, $75, $78, and then just recently in November and now December. Now, why is this happening? Well, there's a couple of probably reasons why. Maybe the card is becoming more prominent, maybe with more sets coming out. Maybe these cards, maybe everybody forgot about this. Now everybody's like, you know what, I want this set, because I will show you the newest set is going for big money. It's going for like Disney Lorcana money. So I think a lot of people now are trying to like invest in maybe what they would consider a weaker set, or a set that didn't gather much money. And as you're seeing now, everybody's now pouncing on it, which probably then upsetted the market, and now you're seeing this upward trend. That's one theory. The other theory is, for whatever reason, it's the holidays, people got more money to spend. That's another theory. Third theory would be, with Gear 5 and everything else like that, maybe just everybody starting to understand, or the live action One Piece, the Netflix series, and all these things. Like, One Piece really has become, if you can even think about it, even more popular. One Piece, there's no argument here, it was the most iconic, most profitable anime. Now you're starting to see with the Netflix, maybe there were some people that didn't know what One Piece was. I fell into that boat. I'm not gonna lie to you, just about a year ago, I didn't know what One Piece was. I always heard about it, never cared for it. Then the card game came out. Then I started watching the anime. Then I watched the Netflix one. So that gathered my interest, and now, here I am. Now I know a little bit more about One Piece. So maybe that's the third theory that you have to go with. I do think that if you were a collector, man, One Piece is so collectible. It's such a good thing to collect, to get slabbed. That's another thing too. The graded market has really started to take off as well. We saw the same kind of grading market with Pokemon. Then everybody got Pokemon graded. Now that market's crashing. Everybody's starting to do now the same thing with One Piece. I think maybe that's another theory. And the fourth theory you can come up with is that the graded market is taking off. And maybe in some other videos, as I keep making more and more of these videos, I'll start looking at the graded market as well and see what we're kind of looking at there. But you can see a lot of good high value cards. But one thing I always like to tell everybody, these are all alternative arts. What about just the secret rare non-alternative arts? Well, a secret rare Charlotte for not alternative art is going for $63, and the other two are going for $20 and $9. So only two of them going for really big money there. How about the super rares? Let's take a look at the super rares. So, not looking at the alternative arts, where are we? A lot of alternative arts. So here we go, right here. I don't see alternative art, wanted posters, alternative art. Wow, a lot of alternative arts, and then you get to just the generic cards right here. And the super rares, and again, these are the cards you're going to pull the most of, right? If you buy a booster box, these are the cards you're going to pull the most of. Not very good, not very good value with the regular cards. $5, $4. Not a single card that is not alternative art, except for one right here, Charlotte Cracker. It's the only one pulling $10, and that's not even that good. For a $150 booster box, I don't know about you guys, but I'm not really feeling that. So take a look at the rares. Alternative arts. No rares are double figures. You get $1, $1.60, 98 cents. Really not that good either. So that's Pillars of Strength. Let's go take a look at Kingdoms of Intrigue. This is the set I purchased heavily in. When I bought the booster boxes, I bought them for $75. You can see we're already at $104, and you can see another upward trend, right? So here we go, starting at 108 originally. So then it dipped right there. This is when I kind of bought it at, and I bought it on eBay, so I got a little $5 cheaper. 87, dipped again, just a little bit though, from 87 to 83. And now it's back to where it started. So that started at 108, now we're kind of right back at that market. We're at $104. So, cases, same thing. Started off at 1,100. The case actually is even more money. You can see right here where they're selling at, 1,100 to 1,300. The most recent one was 1,346. Not good, not good. So again, ask yourself, why is that? So let's take a look at the manga cards. This card too started off at 350, dipped as low as 287, and just shot right up again at 485. So I'm gonna take a guess and say it's because either the holidays, it's the graded, or the fact that One Piece just became even more relevant than they already were. That's what I'm going with. I can't think of any other realistic theories that's making this market shoot up like this. And I saw this about a week ago happening, and I said to myself, like, I can't wait to do another video on the TCG stock market, because I mean, this is just crazy. This is why I do this. I look at it every day. I'm constantly looking. Every other day, I look at, you know, something. I either look at Pokemon, I look at One Piece, I look at Yu-Gi-Oh! I look at all Magic the Gathering. I mean, I want to know when the right time to strike is. I don't care about being first or, you know, buying the most expensive thing to flex or anything. I'm not that person. I want to buy when it's the most opportunistic time, because that's going to save me the most money. It's going to get me the most bang for my buck. This card, though, did fall for Trafalgar Law, so that's interesting. But the other two cards shot up like a rocket. The Rebecca, this card was very expensive. I was going to say it was very expensive when it first launched, $173. As you could see why it was so expensive. Waifu tax season, guys. Very, very good assets. So as you guys can see, really dipping now. So if you wanted to pick up some of these cards, maybe now is the time. Here's another one that, you know, that 30, now it's at 56. So maybe these cards are really good for the meta and the game itself. I have a tendency to believe not really. I think the graded market is shooting up. So there are actually quite a few cards actually looking at this set. So this is interesting. So the booster boxes, we took a look at the sealed boxes and the sealed cases. Those are going up. They're shooting straight up in the air. If you take a look at the individual cards, even the most expensive ones, they're dropping. Look, $182 to $51. Let's just keep going down the line. Let's see what happens. Yamato, I think this was $70 at one point. Yeah. 69, yeah, there we go. 50, 59, just kind of hovering around that $58 range. Ooh, this one's all over the place. Started at 45, ended at 45, but did go as low as $26 at one point. So this, again, also kind of ebbs and flows, going up and down. Sanji, another very popular character, started at $94, dropped as low. So this is very interesting. So if you were looking at a sealed booster box of Kingdom of Intrigue, probably a good idea to stay away from it. But if you were looking at the individual card prices, well, definitely take my money. This is a good opportunity to strike while the iron's hot. It's very interesting though that the sealed boxes are up right now, but the individual cards are not. Especially for the, you know, what you would call the really collectible cards, the alternative arts. So as you can see, Sabu, Capone, Miss All Sunday, another very popular. So she started at 17, went as high as 28, they're almost $30. Looks like, yeah, $28, almost 29, and back at 24. So she had a little $10 swing. Nothing crazy here. So very interesting. Sugar, all these cards. Here we go. Natalia the V started off at 44. Yeah, look at that. Wow. So if you were looking to buy individual cards, buy some singles and get them graded, this is an excellent time to strike on individual cards. But the booster box prices, that's very interesting. Started at 108 and dipped as low as 80, back up to 104. So very, very interesting. So let's take a look at the cards you're going to be pulling the most of. Let's take a look at the super rares. No double-digit super rares, all alternative arts. Sanji at 6, Miss All Sunday, Yamato, Hell, Sabu. And you are going to pull 2 alternative arts per box plus a secret rare. If you get a secret rare alternative art, it does take the place of an alternative art, so you're only going to get 1 more alternative art. So that's that set. That's a very awkward set. In between all this, we did get 2 starter decks, and the best of the starter decks is going to be this one right here, the Ultra 3 Captains. I love that, you know, you got 3 decks, the Ultra 3 Captains, the blue and the purple deck. If you were looking to get into it, so if you're not looking at the collecting side of it, you're looking to actually jump into One Piece, this deck right here, this starter deck, is the one you're going to want to start with. It has the best cards in it. And it looks like, yeah, it did drop a little bit as well. I was going to say, I remember seeing these were a couple of dollars a piece. This one was pretty, I think, pretty expensive at one point. Yeah, it was about $5 to $6. $2 dropping now. So excellent time. Let's take a look at the sealed. $29. It started off at 40, jumped as high as 44. Excellent time right now, guys, to buy this starter deck, as you can see, just on the downward trend. You could probably even go on eBay, search this deck, you might find it for $25, $20. Usually for sometimes eBay's like $5, $10 cheaper. So that's the starter deck. And now let's take a look at the newest set. There's no future set. We're going to take a look at the newest set. Woo! Boy, oh boy. That's what I mean by Disney Lorcana prices. Oh my lord. Oh boy, look at this. Insane. Why is it insane? The one card right here. The Luffy New Era, the Gear 5 card. This is just an unbelievable manga card. This is going to be the holy grail right now of One Piece cards. And, I mean, look at the price. Look what it's selling for. It sold as high as $22, and it's hovering around $1,800, $1,900. If you're fortunate enough to pull this card, you're going to make bank. Bank on your case. Or on your booster box if you're somehow fortunate enough to buy one box and get them. Looking at the booster boxes. Oh, by the way, too, you guys notice 2 manga cards. So, other 2 are the Trafalgar Law and the Eustace's Captain Kidd. Both nothing to sneeze at. Pulling a lot of money as well. This one seems to be going on the upward trend. So $826, but it's sold at $630. Is there the only person selling this? So it looks like it's about to go up. So if someone starts to buy this at $800, it's just gonna go up. Eustace Captain Kidd is selling at $600. So yep, taking a look at the booster boxes, started off at $118. So if you were fortunate enough to invest early into it, and you were fortunate enough to maybe pre-order a bunch of boxes, you made bank. Because you probably had a fun time opening up this set if you were both a player and a collector. And then it's just gone up. It's gone as high as 171, hovering now at 160. Wow, a lot of good cards in there. So other than the 3 manga cards, we still got a bunch of decent cards that are like, you know, pulling some good value. Of course, we have the other Monkey D. Luffy alternative art, $64. Bello Betty, Anel. You got another, of course, another Yamato, another beautiful looking one as well. You got Nami, another fan favorite. The SP right here, there's a beautiful looking card. So start off at 167, now hovering around that 120 mark. So again, waifu tax season, good assets. Just all really good things from this set. It's just very, very expensive. And you really just have to ask yourself, you know, if you're just that type of person, is this now a good time to drop some money? Maybe. If it doesn't matter to you, if you know money does not matter to you, okay. But you can see the card prices. Really not a whole lot of like, if you're thinking about it this way, so if it's $160 a box and you get 2 alternative arts, what's the highest alternative art and what's the lowest alternative art? Because that's what you're going to pull. You're going to pull alternative arts. So for starters, and if you do get a secret rare, by the way, that's a normal secret rare Yamato. So let's take a look at that, right? Let's take a look at secret rares. So you're going to pull a secret rare, right? You got a Yuta as well, also SP, very good. Kaido is the lowest, so your chances of, because I don't even look at this, you're not gonna be that person who pulls this. If you are, then count your blessings. But you're more than likely gonna pull in between here and here. So $79.99 or $5.99. what's in between. So you got 3 cards that are really pricey, and you got 3 cards that are just guts. You're more than likely going to pull the Monkey D. Luffy. That's probably what you're going to pull the most of, is this guy right here. If you're fortunate enough to pull maybe one of these 3 in a case, maybe you pull 2 out of 12, you get 12 boxes in a case. Maybe you pull 2 of these out of a 12-box case, but more than likely you're going to pull a bunch of these 3 right here. That's pretty much what you're going to pull. So let's take a look at the super rares. And of course, we can also take a look at the leader cards, because you're going to get some of those alternative arts as well. So you're going to pull, I don't even look at the manga cards, so you might be able to pull anywhere between a $71 card. Oh boy. And the lowest super rare, 18 cents with Pika. Down here, you get 30 cents, 60 cents, 99 cents, $1.49. Again, these are the cards you're going to pull right here. All these cards right down here is all what you're probably going to pull. That's going to be the bulk of your case break. You're not going to be that person who pulls, all 3 manga arts and a Rob Lucy. It's just not going to happen, guys. Like, I like to be realistic when I'm buying a case, when I'm dropping big money on stuff. And as you guys can see, the generic super rares are not pulling very, very well. What about the leaders, huh? Because maybe you get about, I think you get 2 alternative art leaders in a case as well. Anywhere between 119 all the way down to 34. So the alternative art leaders always hold really good value. You're probably, like I said, in a case break, you're probably going to get anywhere between 2 to 3. Not sure exactly what it is, because it might have changed from the time I've been purchasing case breaks, which was set 1 and 2. So it might have changed since then. But all in all, some really, really, really high value cards in One Piece. Let's get back to the screen here. So where do I line up on the buying, selling, or the holding of One Piece? I'm going to be just realistic with you guys. I would be selling on One Piece all day long. I am not going to be pumping a lot of money. Oh, but Madness, like all these cards, no. Oh, but One Piece is always going to, no. Just nope. Not for me right now. Like I said, I'm an ultimate opportunistic person. I will wait. I'm very patient. I can do that. I understand the impulse to like just buy it because you want it. You want to get it great. You want to be that first person. You want to. That's fine. If you're that person, more power to you. If you can do it and you can flex and you can drop that money on this, more power to you, man. I salute you, man. Me personally, I think maybe I'm hoping I'm speaking to the majority, but the majority of us, we just can't do that. I don't know if I'm in the majority. I might be in the minority. I don't know. But I'm selling on One Piece. Now, the interesting thing about One Piece, though, is the Kingdom of Intrigue. That's the only set. So in between the Pillars of Strength and Awakening of New Era, I'm selling on those sets all day long. But Kingdoms of Intrigue, if you're looking to buy a booster box, nope, another one. Just sell on that all day long. But the individual card prices for Kingdom of Intrigue, it's an excellent time. I'm actually going to probably buy a couple of these cards. Like, again, Rebecca, Yamato. I have Yamato. I'm actually going to get that one graded. But you got the Sanji. Like, Sanji is another one fan favorite. Look where it started. It started at $94. It's all the way down to $38. Next to Luffy, I would think, either Nami or Sanji and Trafalgar Law are probably all of, like, the most, fan favorites of everybody. Natalia the V, another one. It's a great alternate. These are some beautiful cards right here, and they're all extremely cheap right now. This one was $44, all the way down to $14. I can drop $14 and buy a couple of those and hoping to get a couple of them back graded as a 10. So if you're looking at just individual card prices for just Kingdoms of Intrigue, good time to buy. But as One Piece as a whole, as a collective whole, I'm selling on One Piece all day long. No way I'm spending money right now on One Piece. I'll just wait and be patient. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know down in the comment section if you guys agree with me. Don't forget to like this video as well. If you're new here, consider hitting that subscribe button. If you do all 3 of those things, you will be entered in a chance to win this booster box from me to you. Absolutely free. Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist Nexus. Excellent set as well. Speaking of sets to buy and sets to look into and just have fun ripping cards open. So, want to enter in a chance to win that booster box? All you gotta do is like, comment, and subscribe. Winner will be announced at the end of the month. Must be in the US to qualify. That is going to do it for me, guys. As always, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I'll see you guys next time.